guys, back to my YouTube channel. This is Life on Levels. This segment is called Stories with Wes. This is a segment that you're probably familiar with because I've been telling stories for a minute, whether it's on my podcast when I was doing like an audio-based podcast only called also Life on Levels, or whether you've seen me on TikTok telling stories. So this is going to be that segment, and this is going to be the first video. And I'm going to kick things off a bit, light and easy, nothing too serious, just to introduce you to the segment that is Stories with Wes. So, Kenya is a place and a gift that keeps on giving. Hakuna siku utakaa hivi uangalie tu hivi Kenya ukose kitu tu ina happen. There are just things that are happening that make you either smile, angry, just make you feel a lot of things. But there are those moments that happen and you just are left with a smile on your face. For example, 2 days ago, Senator Crystal Asige posted this tweet. And I saw it, and I knew people were gonna make fun of her, but I decided, let me see how this tweet is gonna, pick up in the next few days. And there's something I usually tell people, whether it's my friends, the circle I roll with, I tell them, humor needs intelligence, right? Humor needs a certain level of intellect and intelligence. And Crystal Asige completely proved this. So if you're hearing the name Crystal Asige for the first time and you don't know who Crystal is, she currently serves in Senate as a nominated senator by ODM. She was previously signed on by Sauti Sol. Was it Sauti Sol? What do you call it? Soul Generation, yes. She was previously signed as an artist for Soul Generation. So now, she dropped that and she became a senator, and you probably know her for moments like this.
There is something called golfer's elbow, which I learned. Golfer's elbow is the idea that, or is a condition that golfers usually have when they hold on to the grip of their club too tight for a long period of time, and they end up injuring their wrist all the way up to their elbow because they're holding on too tight to an outcome. I also want to remind the president that it's not about him. It's not personal. We didn't name it Kenya Kwanza. That wasn't us.
So, as you can see, she's pretty smart. And she showed that with this tweet. So she tweets and she says, to whom it may concern, yes, I am single. Heart emoji. And then she says, thank you, Black Fly Design. So I assume Black Fly Design is the person that dressed her that day. And I look at it and I'm like, already people are going to make fun for the single part. Then I go in and I see Kenyans doing the thing they usually do. Me, I believe Kenyans, whether the world is going to end in the next 30 minutes, people will joke around for 25, and then we panic the last 5 minutes. Because I thought they would make fun of the single part, waanze kusema vitu kama senator hana mtu, sisi wenye hatuna hata kazi tutafanya nini. But then people started making fun of something else. Now, if you don't know, she's nominated a senator as a person living with disability. So she has glaucoma, which makes her clinically blind. So Senator Asige, people started making fun of Senator Asige based off her condition. So now, let me read you a couple of responses that people gave and what she said to them. So, one person came and said, they are bullying you because they know you can't see the comments. Waachie Mungu. And Crystal said, I can see them clearly. And then she goes on, someone else says, can we have a blind date? Crystal says, those are my favorite types. And then somebody else says, have you seen that dress? Crystal says, Black Fly Designs keeps me looking snatched every time. Then we proceed. Somebody else continues and says something else. Ati, not seeing anyone. No, but they might be seeing me though. I'm telling you, Kenyans just have funny jokes. Ati, I'm interested in you. When can we start seeing each other? As soon as you look for me. So this is the one that absolutely carried the day for me. I am blinded by your love. Crystal says, love is blind, so that makes sense. And let me tell you something. I am sure if I look hard enough in those comments, there's someone who is probably angry on Senator Crystal's behalf. Or like, you're making fun of her because she's has a condition, what. But if you look at her, she just took it with grace, because the way to best respond to these kinds of comments is to match them word for word. And it's an experience pia mimi nimelearn pale social media. Mtu akikuja na ubaya zake, unamjibu ina sarcastic way, una realize hata hakuwa na ubaya, alikuwa anataka tu kusema kitu. So yeah, welcome to Stories with Wes, and this is going to be the first episode, consider it the first episode. I'm going to be doing much more stuff like this, maybe, you know, kind of reactionary, hapa na pale, narrated stories, experience, some stories that need a bit of dramatization. I'll be doing those kinds of things. So look out for episode 2, and peace, subscribe, like, and share. Peace.